everyone. Welcome back. Today we're diving into something I think we can all relate to, saving money on everyday expenses.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It always feels like it's just disappearing.
Right. Like, where does it all go? So you sent over some articles and blog posts, and wow, there's some really creative ideas in here.
Yeah, I was really impressed too. Goes way beyond just like the basic stuff.
Exactly. So we're going to cover saving on groceries, energy bills, even outsmarting those sneaky subscription services. I'm excited to get into this. Are you ready?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's start with groceries, something we all have to buy. We all know about impulse buys messing up a budget, but these sources really get into the psychology behind it. Some really interesting tactics to help you resist temptation.
Yeah, it's all about like how they place things in the store.
Yeah.
But having a list and a meal plan makes such a big difference.
Yeah, makes you shop with intention. And I notice a lot of these sources talk about reducing food waste too, not just for saving money, but for the planet as well.
Oh, for sure. It really makes you think about how much we throw away. And throwing away food is throwing away money.
That's a great way to put it. And if you plan your meals, you can use up everything you buy. No more wilted lettuce in the fridge.
Exactly. It's a win for your wallet and the planet.
I love that. Okay, here's a tip I found interesting.
Mm.
Apparently, shopping midweek, like Tuesday through Thursday, can help you save money. Have you noticed that?
You know, I actually have. Stores seem to be clearing out inventory before the weekend, so you can find some good deals.
Makes sense. Maybe score some discounted produce or marked down meat. That's awesome.
Yeah, you got to be a little flexible with your schedule, though.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about discount grocery stores. Aldi, Costco, things like that. Some of
Yeah.
these sources say you can save like 20 to 50% compared to regular supermarkets.
Yeah, they've become so popular lately,
Yeah.
and for good reason.
I've never been a big discount store shopper myself. I guess there's a bit of a learning curve.
There is. You have to be careful about buying in bulk,
Mm.
you know. It's easy to get carried away with the low prices.
I can see that happening, ending up with a freezer full of stuff you never use.
Exactly. You have to be realistic about what you'll actually eat.
That's good advice. Okay, so we've covered smart shopping. What about those hidden energy drains in our homes?
Ah, yes. Those energy vampires, always lurking.
Right. But there are some really simple ways to save energy without being uncomfortable, like adjusting the thermostat a few degrees.
Such a simple change.
Yeah.
But it can make a big difference in your energy bill. And you can always layer up with clothes or blankets in the winter.
You know what I'm terrible at? Unplugging things when I'm not using them.
Yeah.
But these sources say that phantom energy consumption can be like 10% of our energy use.
It's true. All those little lights and standby modes, they add up.
Wow, I had no idea. Power strips would make it so much easier to turn off multiple things at once.
Yeah, super convenient. No more excuses.
Right. Okay. Here's something I've been meaning to do. Switching to LED light bulbs.
Oh yeah, LEDs are amazing. They use so much less energy and they last forever.
One source said they last like 25 times longer than regular bulbs. That's incredible.
Yeah, they do cost more upfront,
Yeah.
but you save so much in the long run.
It seems like a no-brainer. Okay, let's move on to something that's really important for financial health. Budgeting. Yeah. Automating bill payments is something all the sources recommend to avoid late fees and build good credit.
Yeah, it just takes away so much stress, knowing you won't miss a payment. And it helps your credit score too.
Which is so important these days.
Mm.
Speaking of taking away stress, I'm fascinated by these budgeting apps. They can track your spending, make a budget for you, even remind you about bills.
Yeah, technology is amazing, like having a personal finance assistant in your pocket.
I know. You know, I used to be skeptical about those apps, but I tried one a few months ago. It was a game changer.
Really?
Yeah, I realized I was spending way too much on things I didn't even need.
I think a lot of people have that experience.
Mm.
When you actually see where your money is going, it's
Right.
eye-opening.
It really is. It's like shining a light on all those little leaks.
And once you see them, you can start plugging them.
Okay, so we're getting really good at plugging those leaks. Now let's talk about another money drain subscriptions.
Ugh, yes. The never-ending subscription.
I know, right? All those sources agree. Regularly reviewing and canceling the ones you don't use. That's where you can save big.
It's so easy to forget about them,
Yeah.
you know? Sign up for a free trial and then bam, you're stuck paying every month.
And they all seem like small amounts, but it adds up.
Oh, it definitely adds up. You should make a list of all your subscriptions. See what you're actually paying for.
That's a good idea. You might find some surprises in there. Okay, here's a strategy I want to try. The 30-day rule.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. What is it again?
So before you buy something you don't absolutely need, wait 30 days.
Ah, I
If
know
you
that.
still really want it after 30 days, then you can buy it.
It's like a cooling off period. Makes you think twice about those impulse purchases.
Exactly. And a lot of times after 30 days, you don't even want it anymore.
It's so true. So much of our spending is just emotional,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Let's talk about some fun ways to save loyalty programs and cashback rewards.
Always a good topic.
Especially for things like groceries and gas, the points and discounts can really make a difference.
Yeah, and if you use them strategically, you can maximize your rewards. Like look for bonus point promotions during sales or holidays.
Oh, and don't forget those store newsletters. They often have coupons and discounts, sometimes even a sign-up bonus.
Yeah, it's worth it to sign up for a few.
Definitely. Now, what about those cashback credit cards and apps?
Well,
Like Rakuten or Ibotta? I've been seeing ads for them everywhere.
yeah, cashback rewards are great. But you have to be careful not to overspend just to get the rewards.
Right. You don't want to end up in debt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Use them responsibly as part of your overall financial plan.
Good advice.
All right.
So we've talked about smart shopping, energy efficiency budgeting, mindful spending. It feels like we have a whole toolkit for saving money now.
We do. And the key takeaway from all these sources, it's about combining these strategies. It's a holistic approach.
It's about making small changes consistently. Over time, they can lead to big savings.
And more importantly, it can give you a sense of control over your finances.
Yeah, that's so important. You know, as we've been talking, I've been thinking we focus a lot on the actions we can take, but isn't there also a mindset shift involved in becoming a savvy saver?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about the mechanics. It's about your relationship with money.
Right. So how do we cultivate that financial awareness? Like, what are some practical things we can do?
Well, start by paying attention to your spending habits. Where is your money actually going?
Yeah. And what are those triggers that make you spend?
Exactly. Like, are you an emotional spender? Do you shop when you're stressed or bored?
Ooh, that's me. I'm a stress shopper for sure.
Once you know your triggers, you can find other ways to cope instead of shopping.
Like maybe going for a walk or calling a friend.
Exactly. Find things that make you feel good, that don't cost money.
It makes you wonder about that whole retail therapy thing. Maybe it's not really therapy at all.
Yeah, true financial well-being comes from making conscious choices, not impulsive ones.
That's a good distinction. I'm really liking this focus on the mindset. It's not just about saving money. It's about being more intentional with your money overall.
Exactly. It's a journey. And it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress.
Speaking of progress, one of the sources talked about setting financial goals to stay motivated.
Yeah, having a clear goal in mind, like saving for vacation or paying off debt, that can make all the difference.
It gives you something to work towards. It reframes those sacrifices as investments.
It's all about perspective, you know?
It makes me think about delayed gratification. It's tough to resist those instant rewards, but the long-term rewards are so much better.
You've got to build that discipline.
And that's where that financial awareness muscle comes in. The stronger it is, the easier those choices become.
Yeah, it's like retraining your brain to think long-term instead of just giving in to those impulses.
Exactly. It's about aligning your spending with what's really important to you. This has been such a great conversation. So many helpful strategies and mindset shifts. It feels like we've uncovered some real treasures.
I agree. It's been a pleasure talking about this with you, and I hope our listeners feel empowered to take control of their finances.
Me too. It's a good reminder that even small changes can make a big difference. But before we go, I want to leave everyone with a little challenge. Now that you've heard all these ideas, what's one small change you can make today to start saving?
It could be something as simple as making a grocery list or setting up a small automatic transfer to your savings account.
It all starts with that first step. What will yours be? Let us know. Share your thoughts and any other tips you have.
And be sure to tune in for our next deep dive. We'll be exploring more fascinating personal finance topics.
Until then, happy saving, everyone.